In today's video, I'm going to be going over all of the brand new Season 17 changes that happened in this brand new update this morning. Chapter 2 Season 7 has recently launched, and I'm going to be going over all of the weapon, map, and miscellaneous changes that happened this season. So far, the season is looking to be a good one, and many different changes to the weapons, the map, and various other things have happened. And there have been many changes to the weapons and the map. In today's video, I'm going to be going over all of those changes. Be sure to use code Sonata in the Fortnite item shop if you guys do want to support me, but let's hop into this video. So first I'm going to be going over weapon changes that happened this season. So I'm just going to be flying over the list of weapons that have been vaulted. So in terms of vaulted weapons, the primal and makeshift weapons have been vaulted along with mechanical bows. And in terms of new weapons that have been added, there's the pulse rifle, chimera ray gun, railgun, recon scanner, which is a weapon that gives you wall hacks, mythic pulse rifle, bolt snipers are back, and now this is a very good weapon meta. So all of these various weapons have been added, and shotguns such as pump and tac shotguns still remain in the game. I can't even lie, I thought that they were going to vault the pump shotgun this season, and I'm so happy that they didn't. However, in terms of the weapon meta this season, the pulse rifle can be very closely compared to the Stark rifle from season 4, and weapons like the railgun can be compared to a weapon that needs to charge up like the Zapatron. And obviously I do know that the Zapatron wasn't in the game for very long, but this is the best thing I can compare it to. So now I'm going to be going over all of the map changes that occurred in this season. As of right now, there's going to be a bunch of different map changes that happen with the coming of the aliens. So if you guys don't know, the way that the story is working right now is that a bunch of aliens have now come to the island and they are currently invading. What they're trying to do is pretty unclear, but what has happened is that they've changed a bunch of various different POIs around the map, and they've forced the defenders of the island to add a bunch of outposts around the entire map. So there's basically going to be outposts that are stationed around the map that can be comparable to the weather station. All of these alien outposts do have some permanent map mobility, which is something I've been asking for a long time. These alien outposts have launch pads that you guys can use to transport yourself around the map quickly. And most of these do not have very good loot, but they will have a couple of henchman chests in which you can get all of the new weapons that I listed before. Keep in mind, all of the previous normal weapons are still in the game. The only things that have been removed are the primal and makeshift weapons. So in terms of new POIs on the map, there's going to be Corny Complex, which is my personal favorite. This is basically a spin-off of what Frenzy Farm or Fatal Fields used to be back from the old map, but this POI is a disguise for what lies underneath it. Underneath Corny Complex, there's going to be a large array of alien monitoring stations. This is essentially where the IO guards operate out of, and it's where you can find all of the henchman chests and new weapons. I wouldn't recommend that anybody try to land at Corny Complex just yet because of how many people are going to be landing there. So if you guys are looking to get some kills in arena, I would recommend you land there and try to fight everybody. So in terms of the color scheme this season, it's going to be a purple alien type theme, and this kind of shows how Fortnite likes to keep changing up the colors. For example, in season 5 it was sand color, in season 6 it was orange for primal, and in this season it's going to be purple for aliens. All of the various trees around the middle of the map are going to be purple, and there's going to be small shards of the aliens' ship that have flown off that are scattered around the map. Now the next POI is going to be Believer Beach. Believer Beach is basically a spin-off of what Sweaty Sands was last season, and as far as I can tell, there is no real difference between Believer Beach and Sweaty Sands. The only small difference is that there's an array of crash pads layered out across the water. And I don't know necessarily what these are for, but they can basically be used for mobility. And as far as we know, elements of the Primal season last season are still in the map, but obviously the Spire, Bony Burbs, and all of these various areas are basically gone. Once again, Bony Burbs is still in the map, but is not how it was last season. As far as we can tell, the entire map this season is going to be green colored. Now this is a bit of a letdown. I wish that they would have added a bit more biomes to the map because that's what I think enriches it. Arguably one of the best maps across Fortnite history was the Chapter 1 Season 7 map simply because of its array of biomes that it had. You had the snow, you had the green, you had the dark green, and then you also had the desert. All of these things combined to form a very fun map that anyone can play on. The issue with having an all-green map is that there's no real variation in terms of where you are. If you're in Holly Hedges, it's no different than being in Steamy Stacks. So two POIs that are separated by about 1,000 meters have no real difference. Moving on from Believer Beach, I'd like to explain that there's some POIs that do have purple changing names, and as far as I can tell, there's no specific repercussions for these POIs having the purple names. Once again, the season has been out only for about an hour and 23 minutes right now as of me recording this video, so if I do get anything wrong here, please let me know in the comments. comments. All of these POIs have no specific explanation as to why they have these changing names, but I'm assuming it has to do something with the storyline. And the last map change I'm going to be going over is going to be the shadow that casts over the map. Because the alien ship is right over the map, there's going to be a large shadow that is visible on your map and is also going to be visible in game. That's why you enter areas like Slurpy Swamp and Misty Meadows, it's going to be very dark. I would recommend you guys try to adjust your colorblind and brightness settings to combat this. I'm going to be probably making a video on it later. And now the last two things I'm going to be going over is the miscellaneous different things that are added this season. So one of the things that I've been asking for the most is the ability to cancel a shakedown mechanic. And finally, Epic Games has decided to add that for us. Essentially what you need to do is just click your button again that you used to shakedown and it'll automatically cancel and no animation will happen for canceling. This is going to be a very useful change, especially in trios when you are being rushed while shaking down someone, you can get back into the fight immediately. And now the final change I'm going to be going over in this video is going to be the term of vending machines. Now, vending machines haven't been in the game for about 2 years now. And now they're back in full form and you can buy weapons with gold from them. This is fantastic. I have always loved the idea of machines that give you weapons for a certain amount of currency, and now it's going to be a lot easier for people to get assault rifles. Keep in mind that the spawn rates for all of the normal weapons have been way increased. Anyways guys, that is the video on all of the brand new changes in Chapter 2 Season 7. If you guys did enjoy, please consider dropping a like and subscribing to the channel down below. This season is looking to be quite a fun one, so I hope you guys stick around on my channel to get informed of all of the tips. But that's about it for this video guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.